Hi everyone, this is Warren from the Rhapsody Piano Studio. I want to welcome you to today's live lesson. We're going to be working on Tomorrow from the movie Annie, and this is going to be for easy piano. Before we start, you can make sure to hit up the cards, also the video description below to get a copy of the sheet music. And also, once you are done with this lesson, I highly suggest checking out the tutorial, which is also available in the cards and the description. You want to think of these lessons as kind of the study guide, and these tutorials will be kind of the test. So you need to be testing out your knowledge, okay? Because you don't want to be depending on these lessons forever, okay? As a piano teacher, my whole goal is to help students learn on their own, and that is the same thing I'm trying to provide to you guys as well. If you can't learn without these videos, then that basically means you're just trying to learn by people telling you what to do, and that's not good in my opinion. So really take my advice and do that, okay? Now, last thing before we start, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you want to catch whenever I go live, hit that notification bell as well. And also make sure you are keeping up to date with my daily piano tutorials. And with that said, let's begin. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you the simplest, most effective way to practice this. Okay, so actually, I will give you that entire section. So I was actually going to try to split this up, but I think that's not too hard to deal with. So let me give you this first part, and this first part is what you're going to practice. And then taking that with the repeat, in case you wanted to do that. All right, so what you're simply gonna do is, and I actually think this is a simple enough song that you can try practicing hands together, okay? If you want to do separate hands, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Let me give you hands separate, okay? Now, it's just a left hand by itself, and you're gonna need to really count carefully if you're doing each hand by itself as well. So. Okay, now luckily if you look at the left hand where we had that first ending with the repeat, it's the same pattern as the second ending, so at least that's something you're not going to have to practice. Okay, now we simply go back to the beginning and see if you can do it with me at the same time. If not, that's okay, I will explain in a bit. Alright, from the beginning, ready, go. Okay, so the reason why, if you're not able to do it now, you don't really need to beat yourself over the head. You don't need to be frustrated with it, okay? It takes a few repetitions, of course, but if you find yourself doing it over and over and you're still not getting it, that's okay. Just do it enough times and then just move on to different parts of this song, or you can do something else, like another song that you're practicing, and then just repeatedly come back to this section over time. This idea is called spaced repetition. Don't want to take too much time out of this lesson to explain it. So if you Google it online, do a little bit of research. It's a really awesome way to practice, okay? All right, here's the right hand. Okay. So it's a little bit awkward because if you notice in the left hand, it starts off with the melody, so it's something to get used to. Right hand, here we go. Sun will come out. We're starting on out, right hand. Try it together. Ready, go. Okay, then we simply go back to the beginning. We're gonna do both hands. Now listen once before we start. And also, I am definitely playing this. I'm doing this on purpose. Playing the section first so you can listen ahead. That's what if you're not doing this in your practice, you need to be doing this a lot more, okay? A lot of studying, listening to the videos, and YouTube is really great too, and that's why I do my tutorials this way as well, because you not only can see, you can hear the sound, you can feel the beat, and you know all the notes that I'm playing with the appropriate finger numbers, okay? Here is both hands. Okay, let's try that together now. Ready, go. Okay, so we're gonna keep going, and you notice I just did one section. So you want to practice this song, any song that you're practicing, in sections. We call that small chunkings. And then later on, what we'll do is create bigger parts. Okay. Now this section I gave you too. Another reason why you might not be able to really just play it flawlessly right now. You'll get there someday. Trust me. If you practice enough, you'll get there. Okay. It also has a matter to do with concentration. So sometimes you need a lot of focus to be doing longer sections. And if you do shorter section, it works fine. You'll find that when you do longer and longer sections, the concentration can kind of not be there. So you have to really be patient, because it's like a muscle. Concentration, paying attention, focus, all that stuff is like a muscle. You need to build it up over time. So be patient, okay? Now here's from the second ending. Let me show you the next part. I'll stop it right there. It's not measure numbers in here, so sorry, I can't really tell you exactly where to stop. That was the second page, second measure. All right, I hope that's pretty accurate with the sheet music you have at home. Okay, now we're gonna go back. Let me show you the right hand. That was this next section we're practicing. When I'm stuck with a day, that's where I'm starting. Okay, we're gonna try that together. When I'm stuck with a day. All right, 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, now here's the left hand. My corgi barking in the background. Here's the left hand. Okay, another thing you could try is when you're practicing, for all you people who can sing at home, and of course you need to be practicing and have enough experience to do this, try just playing the left hand by itself and singing the melody at the same time. Just another way to practice, all right? I experiment with a lot of different ways of practicing, and I suggest you do the same. Anything that you can find online, like different ways of practicing, is going to speed it up than just sticking to one way all the time. Okay, so left hand, let's try it together now. Ready, go. I think that was too slow. Ready, go. Alright, now we're going to go back to both hands. Give it a listen again. And, you know, with the whole repetition thing, it includes practicing. Like, actual practicing is repetition, but you can also consider listening, you know, watching the entire tutorial, you know, or the sections that you're practicing. That also counts as repetition too. So you can also listen and space that out as well, like the observation part, okay? All right, here's both hands. Now before we do that together, a quick point about the whole observation thing is something that I've tried out in my lessons. I'm always continually testing this stuff out with my private students that I'm showing you guys, and you know, I experiment with it. So sometimes I will actually just play a part, demonstrate it for them. We won't actually play it, and then I'll wait a certain amount of time when we're doing something else. Then later on, we'll actually just try it again and see how much of it that you can retain. So and it's kind of, the brain is so ridiculous, you know, because sometimes this actually worked out well. All right, so like I played for them. We literally didn't even play it. We come back later in the lesson, and it's almost like they've already learned it. Like not perfect, you know, but I hope you get my point. All right, here's both hands. Ready, go. Okay, now we have one part, we have another part, and we're going to simply combine them together. So now we're going to go all the way back to the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and skip that repeat, so I'll take it from the right hand where it says just, thinking about, and then we'll put it together without the repeat. Okay? Alright, now give it a listen from the beginning. I'm going to play it for you both hands. I'm then going to play it for you hands separate, and then we're going to try it together, then going back to both hands, playing that together. Okay? So just thinking about. Alright, now I'm going to go back and just give you the right hand. And it's going to be kind of interesting to count here. Alright, ready? Alright, let me just play for you one time, okay? Okay, we're gonna try it together, and once again, this is the second. We're skipping the repeat, taking the second line, just thinking about. All right, ready, go. All right, now here is the left hand, thinking about. Okay, go back. Let's try it together. Ready, go. Thinking about tomorrow. Even try just speaking it. Till there's none. When I'm stuck in the day that's gray and lonely. See, you don't even need to sing anyway. Alright, now go back to both hands, give it a listen. Just thinking about. Alright, let's go back and try that together now. Just thinking about. Ready, go. Okay, now here is the next part, the last page. I'll probably split this in half, wherever that is. So here we have kind of like a little transition, and it goes, okay? So starting from where we left off, that's the second measure of the last page, second page. So actually, if you heard that, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you got to hang on until tomorrow. That part we just practiced is exactly the same as the beginning. I'll give you an awesome tip. Whenever it is exactly the same, just skip it, okay? If you're planning on playing it like from beginning to end, I mean, you're going to kind of practice it anyway by playing it through, okay? So you don't really need to practice this part. We're gonna take it from come what may, okay? And actually from before tomorrow, the tomorrow, that word before come what may, the last part, you want to switch to a 1 right there. So tomorrow, and we have a 5, or I like a 3 that I have in the beginning, which is fine as well. I'm just going to use my pinky, and you're going to try to hold it, and then bring your thumb over, okay? That way, you can keep the legato going, okay? So I'm going to take it from there, morrow, okay? Okay, so before I go back and do that, same process you're using, right hand, left hand, hands together, okay? If you look at only a day, crucial to understand that the melody is going from the right hand to the left hand and back to the right hand, okay? So if I isolated that, it would just sound like this. In fact, that's a really good way to practice. So if you want to go back and even from the first page, although I don't see too much of an issue here, just practice the melody by itself. And you're really listening to see if that tone of voice, the tonality of it, the sound is really even, okay? And then when you go back, it's a little bit difficult. I'm not sure if you even want to try it out at the easy piano stage, but you want to voice it correctly. If you don't think about that, you think you clearly heard the melody right there. If you don't think about that, you'll get something like this. Whereas like the rest of the sound is really crowding out the voice, right? Think of it if you were on stage and or if you saw someone on stage and they're singing and the background music is too loud. That's kind of the same effect here, okay? But again, that's a little bit difficult. You might want to wait a little bit until you really have more experience at the piano, okay? Simply just play the melody notes louder and then all the other notes softer. Takes a bit of control. So again, you might not be able to do it, but what the heck, give it a try. All right, we'll go back to morrow. Morrow, come what may. Just the right hand. All right, let's try it together. Morrow, ready, go. Okay, now here's the left hand, same place. If you look at tomorrow, do you notice the pattern here? It's what we call a chromatic scale. finger numbers, I'm using 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And here I'm actually going 5. So 4 to 5. So I can connect the two. Next part without using pedal. Okay? Alright. Sometimes noticing these details makes it a lot easier to play, and then you don't even have to practice it as much. So descending chromatic scale, just don't skip any keys. Anyway, and actually you can even make it into an exercise, which I highly recommend if you want to work on your technique. Okay, anyway, same thing with the right hand if you want. Okay, left hand, let's try this together. Same place. Morrow, come with me. Ready, go. Morrow, come what may. And I actually figured out a different fingering here. 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5. It's another option, okay? Alright, back to both hands. Listen. You know, I could actually reach that. Anyway, not like I guess that was kind of showing off. Alright, anyway, back to Morrow, both hands. Here we go. Ready, go. Okay, now let's just try from the top of the page. The second measure, we'll just try both hands here, and then we're gonna go back and I'll show you the entire song without the repeat. Right hand, left hand, hands together, and you're just gonna try it with me. Okay? The sun will right before the sun will come up. Here we go, both hands. Just try it with me together. Ready, go. That was the piano, sorry about that. Okay, anyway, and go back to the beginning. Right hand, left hand, hands together. We're just gonna try it at the same time now, just to kind of, mix it up a little bit. You know, variety is the spice of life, okay? And I wanted to ask you real quick, if you have enjoyed this lesson and you feel like you've learned something from it, hit that like button. It's a free lesson after all, and I hope you enjoyed it, okay? And if you know anyone who would love to play this on piano, go ahead and share this video with them as well. And last but not least, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, okay? Alright, beginning, let's just try right hand first, okay? Ready, go. Just thinking about tomorrow. I think one of the enjoyable things about, really doing hands separate, though it sounds really awkward, like some of the parts are missing. It's really good exercise in, counting with the rhythm, okay? All right, here's the left hand. Try it together from the beginning. We're scratching the repeat. Ready, go. back to the beginning. Both hands, second line, just thinking about tomorrow. Ready, go. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Thank you so much for taking your time out of the day to watch this. I know we're all busy these days, so I truly appreciate you being here. Also, if you want to get more free content and also a lot of other cool stuff, make sure you hit up my website as well. And it's actually way better organized there as well. So if there's like something you're looking for, you're gonna find it a lot easier on the website. But also, if you want, you can stay on YouTube, check out my other playlists. I have a ton of them. Lots of videos, and I hope you'll enjoy them, okay? All right, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next time, and happy practicing.